Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So, I want to go over all the Skylines today, if you haven't seen from the title of the video. So yeah, I think I got quite a few opinions about these bad boys. I'm actually really excited that they're releasing a pixelated world or whatever, hopefully, that we can make, and then I can use that instead of this world thing, which would be really cool. But yeah, so these I don't think these are generally worth the money, honestly. They are expensive sets. There are only like a couple that I think are actually like substantial enough and like feel like they actually have enough buildings and, you know, enough things in them that it feels like it's worth the money. And those ones that I feel like actually go under that are these three. So Tokyo, Dubai, and Shanghai. Especially Tokyo. I think that this one is very substantial and actually feels like it's worth the money and stuff because it has things in it. But yeah, I don't know. And then this one I also think is worth it just because of the building techniques and stuff that are used in these buildings. Like this one is just very interesting, and I think it looks really cool. And then yeah, of course, Dubai. I actually think that it's really cool that they made the Burj Khalifa the tallest building. If you actually like set them all up next to each other, that would still actually be the tallest building, which is really cool. But yeah, those three are probably the only three that I feel are actually substantial enough to be worth what you pay. Maybe also London and Paris, but they're close to being not. I think Paris is probably more substantial than London. But yeah, the ones that are definitely not worth what you pay for them, especially since they're on the aftermarket and stuff, this is probably the least worth it. If you're ever going to buy any of these sets, just part this one out, because this is just, especially on the aftermarket, what this goes for, this is just, there's nothing in this, and they say it's worth so much. This is the only thing that's worth anything, this little printed piece here. But yeah, this one just sucks. I'm sorry, Venice, you're slacking. And then Berlin too. Berlin's just, it's slacking. I mean, it's cool that it has like the printed pieces, like that little one there for that, and the like the wall, and of course, yeah. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just not that good. There's like 3 buildings or 4 buildings, and yeah, it's not great. And then Chicago and New York too just kind of suck. Like, especially New York. Like, Chicago I can understand, I guess. Like, there's not a ton of like relevant buildings in Chicago, and nobody really knows what Chicago is. But New York, they have so many buildings they could have put in here. They didn't. Like, I want you to count how many buildings are on this one. We got 1. I'm going to count, I guess, that little thing, that little group of buildings, 2, and then 3. We'll count the mountain as a building, because it's a separate feature. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 back there, 5, and then the big one, 6, and then 7 for the tower, and 8 for that one. Yeah, there's 8 different buildings at least. That's if you don't count those ones as different buildings, of course, too. And then we go over here to Chicago and New York. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buildings. That's so slacking compared to some of these others. Like, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one technically, I guess, has 6 if you count the ball, but like, that's also just slacking. Like, I know you can put more buildings than that, especially for New York. Come on. That's just not worth it. It's just such a slacking thing. I don't know. Anyway, these sets are so all over the place is all I'm really trying to say here. they're just wildly different and not consistent, I think, especially for like what they are for what you pay. If you can buy them new, because yeah, the ones that you can't buy new, like you know, Sydney and Venice and Berlin, those ones are ridiculously expensive too, especially if you want to buy them new in box. They are just stupidly expensive for what they are, especially Venice. You just, 1, 2, I guess you could technically count those as each one building, but I'm going to count them as one because those are just lame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 buildings in that. It's just so, and they're not even as big as the ones in New York. They're just tiny, and they're so slacking. Like this whole thing here is just those little lined pieces basically stacked on top of each other. Nothing too complicated about it. Like, it's not even a fun thing to build. It's just, yeah, it's not worth what you pay for it. But with that said, I do think if you can part them out and if you can get them all, having a little display like this is very cool. I would recommend doing this. I personally don't like the other architecture sets, and I don't really plan on getting them and building them, just because I think this is enough for me. Like, I would really just like to get a few more of these, like maybe like Rio. That would be cool. Some for down, you know, give this continent some love. Give Australia some love, maybe. I don't know. That'd be cool. Like, yeah, let's just get more Skylines in different cities, because we have enough of America. 3 in America, that's too many already. I'm from America, and I think that's too many. That's from America. Like, but yeah. And pretty much all the ones on this side of the world are better than these ones anyway, so yeah. Or no, technically, yeah, we have 4 that are in America, not just 3. I forgot about good old Las Vegas. And yeah, technically, I guess there are 2 different versions of this. This Las Vegas one. There's one with like a gold version of this. I'll show that here in a sec. But yeah, that's not worth getting either, because that's even older, and it's got like gold pieces, which makes it even more expensive than the version I got for some stupid reason. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think I just wanted to show off, you know, talk about these a little bit. I want to know what you guys think, though. Do you guys think these are actually worth what you pay for them? Any of them or none of them? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I am sure you know how the buttons work down there by now, so click them as you please. And if you guys have any builds or whatnot that you want to show me, leave them down in the comments, and I'll be sure to look at them. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Mr. HiYodaPanda out.